As we have been reporting this week, Sudan's civil war has forced millions of people from their homes. The United Nations says this is the world's worst humanitarian crisis. Well, now a fitness studio in Vancouver is stepping up to help. It's hosting a fundraiser called Sweat for Sudan. Jazair Hamid is the owner of All Fit Cycle and Strength, and he's joining me here in studio to tell us more. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. Can you tell me why personally, what moved you to step in and organize this event?
Yeah, so the war, as you know, has displaced millions of people in Sudan. And some of those people are my family, my very close personal family members. And the war's taken everything from them. It destroyed our home, destroyed their homes. And my parents are Sudanese. I was born in the UK, but we always went to Sudan every year until the war in 2023. And the amount of damage that the war has done was it's outrageous. So we came up with the idea of, we have to help these people. We have to make sure that the people of Vancouver, of Canada, know the struggles that the Sudanese people are going through. And I just want to clarify that, in Sudan, it's just like people, just like you and I, they go to work, they come back home, they have dinners with their families, they live in houses with electricity, heating, and Wi-Fi and internet. They don't live in huts in villages with the lack of basic needs or necessities. And this war has changed everything. It completely destroyed everything. And it very closely relates to me as well. It's like one of my aunts, very close to me, very close to me. She 3 weeks into the war, a gang of about 12 to 15 young men armed with rifles barge into the apartment, break down the door, force her to sit down on the couch, and basically point the rifles at her and proceed with robbing everything in the flat, everything, all the way from the TV, from the ACs ripping up from the wall to the door slabs of the units. And she's sitting there, and I just want you to think about this. She's sitting there watching this from the beginning to the end, and she's worked very hard for everything she has, and they took everything. They took absolutely everything. She didn't know she was going to live or not. After that, they're going to shoot her after they robbed the place. Thankfully, they didn't. And she fled to Egypt. But it's a very difficult situation for many people, Michelle.
Oh, my goodness. It must be so hard for you to be here, to be safe, but also to be so far away.
100%. It's when you hear your very close family members, your cousins telling you about this, your aunts and your uncles and your parents calling you every day, news worse than the day before, and you sit there and you're like, what can I do? You're so helpless. Everybody that doesn't live the way they used to live anymore. So yes, it's very, very difficult, and I hope with us shedding light on the war there and doing the event Sweat for Sudan, we can get people to know a bit more about the country and help contribute, give hope to these people, and they need it, they really do.
You've made a real point of saying, I want people to know about this, to know what people in Sudan are going through. When you're at your fitness studio in Vancouver, what's it been like for you to talk to people about this and tell them about what you're doing?
Yeah. One of the most beautiful things about having a small studio in Vancouver, is that you get to intimately know people, and they're very close to you. They sit there and they listen. When we launched this event just a few weeks ago, the response was overwhelming. It was fantastic. I had people that I've never met before coming into the studio just to donate and just leave, not even having a class, just sit there, have a chat with me, donate $100 or $50 and then leave. It's fantastic. It's really, really, I was very surprised, very, very surprised and pleasantly surprised, I have to say.
Wow. That must be heartwarming. And you chose Islamic Relief Canada as the partner. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so Islamic Relief Canada, my wife and I, we spend hours and hours going through what is the best organization to kind of give that money and make sure that money goes to the people who are affected, and we found that clarity best portrayed at Islamic Relief Canada. They will ensure that money and that help goes to the people that need shelter, they need food, they need clothing, and most importantly, need medical help. This is very, very important. You have people in Sudan, Michelle, diseases that have long gone, like malaria, polio, cholera. They're back, and kids are dying from it. Kids are dying from it. The kids shouldn't be dying from diseases like that. So I hope by us giving, that kind of helps into improving the health throughout the country.
I know communication is really limited. How are you staying in touch with your family?
Yeah, this is one of the biggest problems. As I mentioned, some of my family members went to Egypt. They are the ones who are closest to the action, relatively close, and they get us the news from there. Now, I have very close family members as well, still in Sudan, and some of them we don't know where they are. Some of them we honestly don't know where they are. My cousin, so this is very close to me, and it really hurts me. I think about it every day. She had to give away both her kids, give them away for her mother to take to Egypt for safety, and she chose to stay in Khartoum when the conflict broke. And the last time we heard anything from her or from someone close to her was that she left Khartoum, she left the conflict area to a neighboring city that wasn't in the conflict yet. This city now is full-blown conflict, and we lost all communication. That was about 15 months ago. Now, a good point to say here is that my kid right now is outside. He's 16 months. He's 16 months old. This cousin of mine disappeared in 15 months. Her 6-year-old right now, she has a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old. Her 6-year-old is starting to ask those questions. Where's my mum? Where's my mum? And what are you going to tell them? You don't know what you're going to tell them. There's nothing to tell them. And during those 15 months, my kid has grown. He's grown in a safe environment. He's flourishing. And I can't help but think that at the same time, a kid that I know very well as well, in that 15-month period, is growing without his mother. It's a very, very difficult, tough thought.
Oh. I sure hope that at some point you're able to go back.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Michelle, like one of the most generous, kindest people to ever walk on earth is Sudanese people. Fantastic people, brilliant people. I really hope that this can, get Canadians to even learn more about Sudan, research Sudan a little bit. It's not just an area of conflict and war. It's a place of peace, of nurturing, of fantastic memories for me. It's a beautiful place, and I hope one day we can go back.